Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is a fun series that I am starting with a bunch of people for the next 4 weeks, and it's called Fun with Distress Oxides. So Tisa, Dolly, Laura, Sandy, Kathy, and myself are all going to work with distress oxides and show you different techniques for the next 4 weeks. So every Thursday we'll come to you with a bunch of us with a bunch of different layouts. So my decision today for this week is to show you how you can use the packaging technique and also stencils with your distress oxides. I am placing down 4 strips of gesso, and it's white gesso because I don't mind that the white gesso peeks through outside of the distress oxides, and I do put a bunch of it on there, and I don't wait for the gesso to dry because I wanted this to be a softer color. And if you leave it wet and the gesso wet at the same time, it'll soak in and it makes it a softer look instead of a bold look. If you're wanting bold, then make sure you let the gesso dry and you use clear, because then you'll get that bolder color. But I wanted it more softer. And I went to go clean up, and now I got out my stencils. And the 3 colors that I used for distress oxides for this week is Tattered Rose, Peacock Feathers, and Picked Raspberries. The Peacock Feathers is the strips that I did, and the circles that I'm doing right here are the Tattered Rose. And then I come in with the butterfly, the butterfly stencil, and it's called Picked Raspberry. And those are the 3 distress oxides that I do. And this time I decided that I am going to do some stenciling and use the blending tool and give you a different look. The colors will stick out as I go through with this particular layout. I did use a sketch inspiration for this. And unfortunately, if you are not part of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, I wouldn't be able to show you it because it was exclusive to the retreat. And because I gave Christina Storage over there 4 or 5, something like that, of sketches, I got the whole sketchbook. And there was one in there that I really enjoyed. So those are the 4 photos that I am doing, and the butterflies. That's how I'm incorporating the butterflies. I pull out Maggie Holmes. No, it's not Maggie Holmes. Sorry. It's Jen Hadfield's A Beautiful Life, or The Beautiful Life. One of the, something like that. That's what I use. I don't have the whole collection, but this is what I wanted to use for my backing of my layouts, and then I do of my photos and stuff, and then I do a little bit of a backing on my layout. On camera you don't see the blue background that I use in the butterflies because I do that off camera. I kept looking at my layout and I'm like, there's something more that needs to be done with it, and I needed a darker border to go around it. So I did that off camera, but you'll see that in the still shots. And the blue that I use is the same blue that I did with the flower, or the butterflies that I cut out that you see on my screen. And the 4 photos, there is a thing that I've been doing on my Instagram, and I think I've even posted it in Facebook too. If you follow me on social media, you've already seen these photos, and it's the episodes of Kaylin of leaving her toys in certain areas, and they have to stay put. And lately, it's been all of her Celestial dolls from My Little Pony. Sometimes it'll be the My Little Pony, sometimes it'll be a mixture of both. And I've just taken photos, and I've always said the latest episode of whatever. And I just wanted to document them. So not only are you getting a bunch of mixed media, you're getting a bunch of stenciling for distress oxides, and you see how I incorporated 4.5 by 3 or 3 by 4s for photos as well. And you'll start to see that I'm starting to embellish the layout with the My Beautiful Life. And I do come back in and do a little bit more stenciling because I missed some things, which is fine because that's the whole point of stenciling. I love that idea. And peacocks have nothing to do with this layout. I just love the colors, and it worked out perfectly with all the other colors that I did use in this layout. And of course I had to just add them. And that's the beauty of my scrapbooking is I'm not literal. I don't need a peacock in my photos or anywhere on my layout for it to be on there. I look at it for colors. And that's what I do with my distress oxides as well. And a lot of my mixed media that I do for my backgrounds is I look at my color choices. I don't look at what's in the photo. I'm not one of those type scrappers, which there's nothing wrong with those scrappers. That's just not me. I don't mind adding another, like an element that has absolutely nothing to do with this layout or with the photos. And I'm just placing stuff down. You see me fuss and fuss and fuss and fuss with the layouts. And then I do some messy wooden threads and all that kind of stuff. And make sure that you go check out everybody that's part of it. There's a huge list. I will leave all the links down below. It'll be all in there, and it'll come to you every Thursday for the next 4 weeks. So make sure that you go check out all of their layouts and see what they do with their distress oxides. And remember, the new collection has come out, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get some of them. I love all the bright colors that I have, but this collection, this next set of collections that came out for distress oxides are the darker colors, and I absolutely love that, and I'm glad I'm getting that back. I cannot wait to go try some of them. I can't get them in. I cannot wait to get them in. And I do call this particular layout called #DreamMagic. And it's just something that I feel like it is magical, that my daughter just loves to leave all this kind of stuff just laying around. And she always makes sure that it's nice and neat. And I've instilled that into her, and I'm glad to see that come out as well. And in the stickers, there was a bunch of butterflies as well in this, and I started pulling those little stickers out, and I was placing them with the bigger butterflies. And I placed flowers and stuff on the top part of my photos, and then, like I said, the peacocks on the bottom, so that your eyes just start from the top and work your way down with the photos embellishments. And I had to go and get a bunch of this type of stuff, and this is where I placed my title, and you'll see my journaling. And like I said, you will not see the blue backing to this because I do it off camera, because after I looked at it, that's when I realized I needed to do something. And I do add my journaling off camera. And make sure you go check everybody out, and I will see you next week Thursday. Bye!